The phone rang at exactly 12:41 a.m., slicing through the quiet like a blade. I remember the time because I checked it twice, hoping my eyes were wrong. No one calls after midnight unless something is wrong. The screen lit up my dark bedroom, vibrating softly on the nightstand. Unknown number. No name. No location. Just digits that didn't mean anything to me. For a moment, I let it ring. Then it stopped. 5 seconds passed. Then it rang again. I answered on the second ring. Hello. Nothing. Not static. Not breathing. Just a hollow silence that felt heavier than noise. I waited, listening hard, convinced the sound would come late. It didn't. After 10 seconds, I hung up, telling myself it was a misdial. But the silence stayed with me, clinging to the room even after the screen went dark. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, when the phone rang again. Same number. Same glow. Same timestamp ticking forward. This time, I didn't answer right away. A strange unease settled in my chest, the kind you can't explain but can't ignore. When I finally picked up, I spoke louder. Who is this? The line stayed dead. Then, just before I could hang up, I heard something faint. A sound so quiet I almost missed it. A soft click, like someone pressing a button. The call ended on its own. Sleep didn't come after that. I sat up, replaying the sound in my head. At 1:03 a.m., my phone buzzed with a voicemail notification. I hadn't seen it record. My hands felt cold as I opened it. The message was 12 seconds long. The playback started with silence. Then, halfway through, I heard my own voice say, "Hello," followed by the same click. That was it. I checked my call log. The first 2 calls were there. The voicemail was there. But the number wasn't. Where the caller ID should have been, there was only a blank space, like the phone couldn't remember who had called. I tried calling it back. The phone refused. No error message. Just an immediate disconnect. At 1:17 a.m., the phone rang again. Same silence. Same wait. That was the moment I realized this wasn't a wrong number. Whatever was calling knew exactly when I was awake. And it wasn't trying to talk. It was waiting. By the time the 4th call ended, the room no longer felt empty. Nothing had moved. Nothing had changed. Yet the air felt occupied, as if the silence itself was aware of me. I sat on the edge of the bed, phone in my hand, watching the screen like it might react on its own. Every instinct told me to turn it off, but I didn't. Part of me needed to understand what was happening, even if understanding made things worse. I checked the voicemail again, playing it through headphones this time. The silence sounded different, deeper, layered. Beneath my own recorded hello, there was a faint distortion, like something trying and failing to form a sound. I slowed the audio, then amplified it using an app one barely knew how to use. That's when I noticed it. A low, uneven hum, pulsing in the background. Not electronic. Not static. Rhythmic. Almost like breathing. At 1:39 a.m., my phone vibrated without ringing. Another voicemail. I hadn't received a call. My heart began to race as I opened it. This one was longer. 27 seconds. The first 10 were silent. Then the hum returned, louder this time. Near the end, something shifted. I heard movement, fabric brushing against something, followed by a faint scrape. The message ended abruptly, cutting off mid-sound. I checked my apartment. Every door was locked. Windows closed. The hallway outside was quiet. No footsteps. No voices. Still, when I returned to my bedroom, my phone screen lit up on its own. Incoming call. Same blank caller ID. I answered without speaking. For the first time, the silence wasn't empty. It felt focused, like it was listening for me instead. I whispered, "Why are you calling?" The hum stopped. For 2 full seconds, there was nothing. Then I heard it clearly, a slow exhale, close to the receiver. Not loud. Not rushed. Calm. Deliberate. My body froze. Before I could react, the call ended. No click this time. Just gone. I didn't sleep at all. I sat with the lights on, phone face down, afraid of what might happen if I looked at it again. When morning finally came, I convinced myself exhaustion had distorted my senses. Daylight has a way of doing that. It makes everything feel manageable. Rational. I went to work without mentioning a word to anyone. At 11:58 p.m. the next night, my phone buzzed once. No call. No voicemail. Just a notification preview. Missed call 12:41 a.m. The timestamp was tomorrow. I stared at the notification until my eyes hurt. The timestamp didn't make sense. It was still 11:58 p.m., yet my phone insisted I had missed a call at 12:41 a.m., a time that hadn't happened yet. I refreshed the screen. The notification stayed. I restarted the phone. It stayed. When the phone powered back on, the notification was gone, but the unease wasn't. I didn't wait for midnight. I placed the phone on the table, hit record on my laptop's audio software, and let it run. If the call came again, I wanted proof that wasn't filtered through my phone. The room was silent except for the low hum of the refrigerator and my own breathing. Minutes crawled by. 12:10 a.m. Then 12:25. My pulse felt louder than the room. At exactly 12:41 a.m., the phone rang. I didn't touch it. The ringing continued longer than before, filling the room with a steady vibration that felt intentional, almost patient. After the sixth ring, it stopped. My laptop screen showed the audio waveform spike sharply, then flatten. I waited. Nothing happened. 30 seconds passed. Then the phone rang again. This time, I answered. I didn't say hello. I didn't breathe. The silence on the other end was different now. It wasn't empty or distant. It felt close, like the sound was inside the room rather than coming through the speaker. Then the hum returned, deeper than before, vibrating just enough to make my ears ache. On my laptop screen, the waveform pulsed steadily, as if something was speaking without using sound. Then I heard my own voice. Not live recorded. It was the exact hello, from the first voicemail, played back slowly, stretched, distorted. Hearing myself from the other side of the line made my stomach drop. The voice repeated once, then cut off mid-word. Silence followed, heavier than anything before it. I slammed the phone down and checked the laptop recording. The waveform showed clear audio activity during the call, but when I played it back, there was nothing. No hum. No voice. Just a flat line of digital silence. The software showed sound had been captured, but there was nothing to hear. My phone buzzed immediately. A new voicemail notification appeared without a call. The message was 31 seconds long. I waited a full minute before playing it. The first half was silent. Then, unmistakably, I heard the sound of my apartment. The refrigerator hum. The faint creak of the floor. My environment, recorded from somewhere inside the room. At the very end of the message, a calm voice whispered my name. The voicemail timestamp read 12:41 a.m. tomorrow. I didn't play the voicemail again. Hearing my name once was enough. I set the phone down slowly, like it might react if I moved too fast. My apartment felt unfamiliar now, not hostile, but observed. Every small sound, the settling walls, the distant traffic felt recorded, catalogued, stored somewhere I couldn't see. I checked the time again. 12:44 a.m. My heart was still racing when the phone lit up on its own. Incoming call. Same blank caller ID. I answered, my voice steady despite the fear tightening my chest. I know you can hear me. The silence responded immediately, not with sound, but with pressure. The hum returned, softer now, almost respectful. Then the line stayed open. It didn't end. No click. No disconnect. Just an open connection that refused to close. I waited. Minutes passed. I could hear nothing from the phone, yet my laptop's audio meter flickered faintly, as if something was being transmitted just below the threshold of hearing. I whispered, "What do you want?" The hum changed pitch, rising slightly, like acknowledgement. My phone screen dimmed but didn't lock. The call timer kept counting upward. At 12:41 a.m. exactly, my bedroom light flicked off. I hadn't touched the switch. In the dark, the phone's glow was the only light left. The hum stopped. For the first time since this started, a voice came through clearly, not loud, not distorted. Calm. Familiar. It was my voice again, but older somehow, tired. It said, "You answered." The call ended. The lights came back on by themselves. My phone screen went black, then rebooted. When it powered on, the call log was empty. No calls. No voicemails. Nothing. My laptop recording showed a solid, uninterrupted audio signal lasting exactly 8 minutes and 12 seconds. When I played it back, there was only silence. I didn't sleep that night. Or the next. The calls never came again, but something had changed. Sometimes, when my phone rings during the day, there's a brief delay before sound comes through. A fraction of a second of silence that feels heavier than it should. Enough to remind me. I took my phone to a technician. He ran diagnostics and found nothing wrong. Before handing it back, he paused and asked if I'd ever received calls that didn't show up on the network. I asked why. He said, "Because sometimes the line opens without a number. I don't answer unknown calls anymore. I let them ring until they stop." But every night, at 12:41 a.m., my phone screen lights up for a second. No notification. No sound. Just a brief glow, like a reminder. The line may be closed. But I don't think it ever hung up.